What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Golden Dice Podcast. This time we are doing a tier list of set 2 leaders. We got our last one this week, which is already crazy to think about. I'm joined by Flock, Scott, and Brian. How are you gentlemen tonight? Are you worse or better off than before we did the spoilers?
I'm more. I went to the baseball game. I mean, I look sunburned.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. I was at the Phillies game today, so I've been like fried since then. So now I'm slightly more.
You drank? You drank?
No, I went to the Phillies game. I've been fried since then.
Oh.
You're high?
What?
You're high?
I mean, that makes more sense, but no, no, I was out in the sun.
Yep.
And then I took a
It's
nap.
It's hot out there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's rough.
Outside dangerous.
All right, so yeah, we're going to rank set 2 leaders. We're going to go in order of their numbers, so blue villain, blue hero, green villain, green hero, etc.
Me and Flock are good too, by the way. Just throwing it out there.
I said,
Yeah,
how
we're
is
fine,
everybody? And the only person that answered was Scott.
I talked
Yeah, Scott gave his answer. He didn't even get to us. Anyway,
Jack,
I'm great. I'm great.
Flock,
I took
how
a
are
nap
you, dude?
today. I took a nap today.
Flock took a nap. Huge.
Yeah, with Brian.
Ooh.
Is that why he woke up so grumpy?
Yes, he was very grumpy.
He steals the covers.
Train,
He steals the covers.
I could see Flockton being like a kicker.
And doesn't cut his toenails.
Kicker. It's just
It doesn't cut
and he
his-
sleeps barefoot, so he's just like
Yeah,
just
Yeah.
scratching
Put
your
some
leg.
socks on. Gosh.
You sleep with socks on?
No, I'm just emphasizing the fact that
Oh.
you're scratching his leg.
I have no toenail though. I always fall
That's
off.
true. It's because you're always
Let's
scratching
do a-
Brian's
let's-
leg.
let's do a tier list.
We're gonna jump in. We're doing just set 2. I think eventually we'll circle back and talk about like a meta, maybe a week or two after release, including set 1 leaders. But we're just gonna do set 2. We're gonna run through, and also feel free, guys, as we're going through. We want to decide to bump somebody down, bump somebody up based on other placings. Feel free to do that. So, but we're gonna start off with Gar Saxon.
Middle of B.
That's where I'm kind of feeling. I think he's got some like good plays to him.
Top end to be.
Well, currently he's the top, middle, and bottom because
He's the only B. Yeah. He's just gonna be in B.
No, I would agree with B just because he's got some upside, but he doesn't have like he doesn't have like something that's screaming like this guy is gonna burn up the world. But he's really does seem really good. His showcase looks like Timothy Olyphant.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Yeah.
He went from Biff Tannen to Cobb Vanth.
Yeah.
It looks. I love it. I know you guys were like kind of a little middle on it.
I like it.
Brian.
I like the unit side is good. I think the leader side is meh. Once there's more of them, it looks better. But I do like the Biff Tannen art. I really like the Biff Tannen art. It looks like Flash Gordon. It's amazing.
Yeah, we'll need to. I got a chance to play with him a little bit too. I forget who played. Flock, you played him. Someone played.
I played him
Oh, you did. Oh yeah. And
recently.
yeah, just like going yellow, getting some of the more shielded units for them to naturally come in with +1 is interesting. But it might just play a little bit too fair.
Yeah.
I agree. I think fair is the right word for him. I think he's very tame, I'll say.
But hey, Luke plays fair. He's a pretty good hero.
Yeah.
Later. Hero later.
Yeah.
Later.
All right. Next up, we got Kira.
I'm gonna say bottom of A.
So just A at this point.
So currently just A.
I think that she will be bottom of A when we're all said and done. Personally.
She's like the only leader that one-shots like every other leader except like Jabba, Palp, and Chewie.
Yeah, you cannot like if
Not
you
one
deploy
shot,
your
but
leader,
she will kill them in 2 actions.
she can trade into them really well. No, I agree. A.
And she also like lives through a lot of them too. Like, and then she's now like a 7/1 grit type. Like against like Han, he's got 3 attack, come out, deal the 3. You're a 4/4. You attack into Han.
I want to play Lob and Pike with her and shield her eternally. After she's been smacked up a couple times.
He's a big Daenerys Targaryen stan.
Yeah. I mean, I truly think her is
Least.
you don't care whether or not she lives. I think the deck that she's gonna be in is gonna be like that blue-green control that she'll come out, she'll kill the leader, and you'll just be happy with that trade.
Yeah, because you just want the leader gone so that you can deal with other things.
Yeah.
No, I definitely think A.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm fine with A.
Cool. All right. Next one, Flock. Where would you put Finn?
Is he like the IG-88 of this set? Like, he's that bad? Like, I just have nothing in the set that makes me want to play him.
Is there
Nothing.
lower than D?
D is
F
the
for
lowest.
Finn.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Like, he only works if you have Rose.
Yeah, that's
Otherwise,
like-
he's just like cannibalizing what cards? Like,
Mm-hmm.
ugh.
Yeah.
Really gets the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
You have to obviously play him since you named your child after him.
True. I don't know, actually. The more I think about him, I don't know.
About your child? That's terrible.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
What is Carrie gonna say?
Nah, this Finn looks terrible.
Yeah,
Yes,
just,
man,
I don't know what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. It looks like he almost seems like they started of like he could defeat anything, like, but then it's like, opponents and stuff too. But then it's like that's probably way too good.
I don't. Yeah, he just. Ugh.
I wish they like specified like you can defeat any of your upgrades and opponents' bounties or something like that. So it's like you can't tap their upgrades, but then I don't know. Maybe that still like was too good and made people just never run bounties at the fear of running into a Finn.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
he should have. Back to the drawing board on him.
Yes.
That should have been Should have been like let's we'll keep him for set 3 and we'll try and figure him out.
And is he the rare or is Ray the rare?
He's the rare.
Oh
Okay.
God. Well, at least that's better.
At least I don't have to see him in
suppose.
like I don't have to worry about getting him too much.
Yeah.
All right. On the next one, Ray.
Finn is a rare.
Finn's right. Good.
Just
Yeah.
just confirm.
Yeah.
Wait, is Finn or Ray the rare?
Okay.
I hate you.
Cut your toenails. Ray. B. My opinion.
B, you think above or below Gar Saxon?
Above.
I
Above.
think below.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, she really, really puts the brakes on aggro, so I got to put him above Gar.
Hmm.
2-1. I won't vote just to make sure we're clean cut because I don't know what I want to do. But
How convenient.
I mean, Restore 3 is pretty nuts, and she essentially comes out as a 3/7. She would give herself that first token.
No, I think she is very much if aggro is like your meta and you're tired of like losing to Sabine and you're not like big into like the Boba Fett train, you could just be like, I'll just run Rey and just like beat the pants off them because she comes out and it's like, and the board's stabilized.
The next Red Cap Store Championship, Brian is bringing Ray. So the next time he plays 3
Absolutely.
Sabines in a row.
Absolutely. Mark it.
Yeah. I mean,
Restore 3 is nuts.
I
She's
just
cool.
feel like when you're playing aggro, like you're winning turn 6. You're winning turn 5, turn 6. So you got to hope that you get the 3 off, and even
I
if
think
the 3 off, is that even enough?
I'm reasonably sure that you like in a blue deck you can keep them from beating you by turn 6.
Because think about turns. Yeah, you could Vigilance, deploy her, and then so you could heal a total of 8 that turn. Vigilance, defeat a unit, deploy her, heal 3, buffer. You don't even need another unit because she can just buff herself. So it's not like the experience token's a waste.
Fair.
Yeah,
then-
So I'm
sorry.
changing my mind.
I mean, I could almost, depending on how the set shakes up and how the meta shakes up, I could almost see her being bottom of A, top of B, kind of. I like her. I think she's very good. But I think, again, she is one of those fair leaders.
Yep, that's fair. That is
I
fair.
think she's very tame. So,
Yeah,
Fair
but
is
if
fair.
if control's
Sure.
part of the meta, like high in the meta again, like kind of useless.
Yeah, she's not very good in
Sure.
that meta.
Sure.
but I think like just off the jump, she has a specific like use case, whereas Gar's more like he looks like he could be good, generally speaking.
Like her
But who
ceiling's
knows?
higher, but her floor could be lower, I guess. But even like if Gar just runs into control, you could have issues because a lot of the removal can just be like sure
Yeah,
they
mid
play
range
seventh
doesn't like
fleet,
playing
they
against
could
control.
make an opening, fell the
Mhm.
dragon, take down vigilance,
Power of the dark
back away from
side,
our
like
side, all that stuff. Yeah.
all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I'm abstaining from this next one. I'm so biased.
Yeah. Next up, we got Hondo Ohnaka. Comes out at 6/3/7 raid. Gives experience token after he smuggles.
S.
He
S
definitely
plus 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 plus.
he definitely was better than I thought. But like still it's like you were playing him green blue. Like I feel like just playing
Yeah.
like Palp or Jabba or like Kira green is just gonna be better mix of those colors.
Yeah, I think if I'm realistically rating him, he goes in C.
You think C?
I think C, and I'll tell you why. Because
Tell me.
smuggling is an excellent mechanic, right? And he does have an ability to keep your hand full and flush because you want to play more smuggle stuff, you want to buff the smuggle stuff. But the math on Hondo gets a little funky the more you go as well. I think that Hondo's biggest strength is his leader side, or his unit side. I think that booty is big. I think that there are some cards that work with him that make him a formidable force to be reckoned with. But other than that, he also just feels like a non-issue.
Yeah, you could just do what you do, or what's his face? Just buff him up.
Palpatine is just better. Jabba is just better. I don't know if Jabba's better, actually. Jabba might be better. I think that he's okay.
He's only going to be good in a very narrow deck. You just have to be running a lot of smuggle, otherwise he does nothing.
And I think outside of blue, I don't think you're all that jazzed about him, if I'm being honest. Because I try to build him outside of blue. I try to build him mono first, and there's just not enough smuggle stuff that I care about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing going forward too. If we,
You're just gonna be playing
continue to
that
see smuggle stuff,
if
okay,
we do, yeah.
very good. If not, he definitely gets a lot worse, like a lot worse. So
At least in like mono green, you just keep playing that whatever it's called thing over and over again.
yeah,
Yeah.
The lackeys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but even then, like,
But even that, yeah.
so narrow, so niche.
If you can
He's-
almost like pop off with him and like play like 2 to 3 cards pretty quick from smuggle to buff him is nice because like I don't know, almost him going fast or like but like the 7 health is nice, but him having 3 attack for 6. I know he has raid 1, but
Yep.
like his leader side does feel worse unless you can just funnel him experience tokens.
I did get him to a fat 8 something, 11 something with the covert strength. I smuggled 2 of those, and
Yeah, that's 4 experience
That's
tokens right there. Pretty much.
crazy. Yeah, two. You heal 4, and you give him 4 experience. But again, that's so narrow, and you can't judge an entire placement off of 2 cards. You know.
Yeah, and you were playing my
full hours
janky
of
Lando green.
Yes.
Yeah,
So it's not a fair representation anyway.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next one. I think we're good at C.
Jabba the Hutt. I want to go. I'm gonna go A tier below Kira though.
I would say B tier above Ray.
B tier above.
Yeah, I'm thinking B tier.
Oh, I'm gonna split the diff. Sorry.
All right, then put him up in A until we put more stuff on A, and then we'll see if he drops off.
Boom.
Fair.
Yeah, built-in ramp I think just makes him really
Yeah.
enticing. Even though he's not as scary as Palp. Just built-in ramp is nice.
Yep. Agreed.
Moff Gideon. I'm extremely unconvinced of go wide in this game, and so I'm extremely unconvinced of Moff Gideon being good.
The second they dropped a board wipe set 1, so
I mean, even beyond that, it's just like so many. Like I'm gonna just go ahead and put him in Siri below.
I agreed
Hondo.
right where you put
Yes,
him.
Dave.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fair. That's, I mean, it just too narrow. Like, it's just, I just don't see it.
He also isn't the identity of ramp, go fast, play big, or like get to those like 7 drops fast. And,
Yeah, it's like
Yep.
he's Tarkin-ish, but I'd rather just play Tarkin if I'm playing that, but I don't even want to play Tarkin.
yeah,
He's not he's not Finn.
yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
again, like if there was I mean, the gulf between C and D right now is larger than the other differences between the other categories.
Yeah. Agreed. All right, next up we got Boba Fett.
He's tough. He's a tough placement.
Yeah, I mean, with where we've got Gar Saxon right now, I kind of have to be like, is Boba better than Gar? Probably.
I put him right smack in the middle of B
Yeah,
currently.
that's where I'm thinking.
I think I was debating putting, like, I could almost want to make an argument to put him above Rey, just because it's like her finite focus is blue hero cards
Yeah.
and 2 power less, where he's like, anytime there's a keyword, let me look at this. Like, does Boba Fett want to be in this?
A
Yeah.
lot of cards like keywords, so
Yeah. Then, like, ambush is an insane trait, and now you're giving all your ambush +1 attack.
Put him above Rey. I forgot Boba Fett's armor is neutral.
Maybe. Do you even want him in yellow? I don't even know. We'll have to,
I don't know.
time will tell.
But I mean, there's a lot of keywords in yellow.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's the ambush keyword, or the ambush aspect.
A lot of shielded too.
All right, next up, we
Yeah,
got
maybe yellow's where you do want him.
Hunter. Yeah, I was doing red for a little bit. I forget. I mean, like, Poe and Wrecker were pretty nasty finishers, getting +1s.
You're just every time you've said more than like 20 words about anything that we've talked about tonight, it's gone Poe and Wrecker.
On record, great.
Why? I mean,
Wrecker's
what
incredible.
does yellow have that, like?
No,
You
I'm
win
just
when
I'm
you're
just saying
sweating.
I think you're enamored with Poe and Wrecker. I think they're your
I
new
think
BFFs.
Probably.
You're sick.
They're nasty.
Yeah, they're really good.
Wrecker ruins my day.
Well, speaking of some Bad Batch,
Hey, bad batch. Emphasis on bad. D.
I think he's got to go D. I don't know, man.
Is he
like, I
better
just
or
don't
worse
know what he
than Finn?
does.
I think he's worse than Finn.
I
Nah,
think I think he could. I think they're both pretty bad. But if he ever works, he's better than Finn, and I don't see Finn ever working.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just his ability is very like, what do you do? When does this matter? But if it ever does matter, it's better than Finn's ability, which is just cannibalizing your stuff.
Yeah.
But he's not good. He's bad. Again, we're like this is C and D. There's a big gap between C and D, less of a big gap between B and C and A and B and blah blah blah.
Yeah. Yeah, set
You're not a
6,
fan.
revisit him. Till then,
Yeah.
keep it in the binders.
Yep.
Next up, we got Boushh.
I don't know.
Well, the deck that you played, Brian, was a little questionable. Capping out
Yeah.
at 5.
No, and
Yeah.
that's why I'm unsure because I think that he's better than I want to place him right now. I think he's probably A. I think he can be A.
I just hate I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
enthralled by like any of the bounties really. Like I feel like I'm playing like worse cards, but like except for like with him, if they like double pop.
Yeah. The thing with the bounties is I feel like you're playing extra cards from your hands, which means your units that are on the board need to be efficient. And if you're not efficient with the units on the board, the bounties mean nothing. And because you're spending either a resource or you're just spending one of your cards in your hand to put something on it, now you have to kill it. What if you don't have the units on the board to kill it? So it's like I feel like it's gonna be a really high skill cap for Boushh. So I think he can be really good, but I think it's gonna be for like the better players in my opinion.
Rank him.
That can I think he's gonna be strictly gonna be B tier.
Where?
very end.
Okay.
But I think he can definitely go up into A or S with like very good players that know how to make sure all of their orders of operations are in order.
He
Order
I-
of operations.
Order of operation. He
I,
does
I
have
don't
the
think
same
I don't
issue.
think he's back end of B.
He
I
does
think
have the
he's a
same
little
issue
higher.
as Hondo, whereas you're relying on bounties to be good. You're relying on bounties to be plentiful and worth playing. Same as Smuggle. So as the sets go on, who's to say that they have, if they continue on with the bounties, if they continue on with Smuggle. So like for this set, I like them. Going forward, I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah, I'm inclined in that he's like a decent body, like 5, 4, 6. Like he can ping stuff constantly. Like if your opponent's playing units with bounties on them, it's easier for him to catch on and stuff like that. So it makes it like I feel like he's like higher B, but maybe not quite bottom A. Like
Put him. I'd put him below Boba Fett, maybe.
yeah, like I feel like he can generally be more consistent and like blowouts because like if he does set up that crazy bounty turn, like
Yeah,
it's definitely gonna be hard to
yeah.
like
Put him
pull back
above
from.
Boba. I don't see him in A just yet. Time will tell.
All right, next up we have another villain aggression. We have Kylo Ren. I'm pretty high on him. He definitely can like fall flat at times, but also like his flip turn, he can just like crank out 1,000,000,000 damage. Like I almost think that he could be like bottom of A right now.
I'm
Ooh.
fine with that. I feel like if we put him in B, we'll have to drop one of the current ones in B out.
Yeah.
So I'm more fine putting him in A at the moment.
Yeah.
I
But
was
it's
gonna make a
borderline.
case for him to be S, like
Okay.
borderline S. Yeah.
I'm not as high, like just burning through your like I think there's maybe not enough cards just yet to dump your hand when you need to dump it.
Yeah. I just think he could have some explosive turns, explosive gameplay. I think there's a huge upside. I think there's huge untapped
Ryan just
potential there.
explodes when he sees Swallow.
I love Ben Swallow.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. But I don't know. I think that there's some serious potential there.
Yeah. I just feel like
So-
once we played against Kylo, we know about his explosive turn on his flip turn that you can kind of prepare for it and potentially can, stop it. And then once you stop it, fight your way back.
I am fine with him being bottom of A for his health alone, though.
Yeah.
But that's like
So-
the tough part about like trying to stop him. Like if you're just holding resources to like kill him with an open
He's
fire,
buffing other
he's
units.
then buffing his smaller stuff to like still smack you in the face.
Yeah.
And even if he has to wait to deploy, like that's not bad because then he can just keep playing cards out of his hand, which he wants to do anyways.
Mhm.
Yep.
So
Correct.
yeah, I'm content with where he's at. I think he definitely could sneak above Kieran Jabba, but we'll see. Next up, we got Bo-Katan. If I was ranking this by showcase, she'd be S tier.
Yeah, she's best showcase by far.
Um,
Not by far, but yeah, it's good. It's a good showcase.
I want to make a plea here. I think we drop Gar Saxon down to C and put her. Gar Saxon
I would put her above Ray, but I agree that Gar Saxon should go down to C if we're putting another thing in B.
wow. I mean, I guess none of us have played with her against her, and I really haven't seen many games with her against her. I don't know.
I just think they've come out with enough Mandalorian units that I'm no longer like this is just discount Vader ability.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's good.
And it's
I don't
not
know how good.
This is not to say that like at the end of this we might be like Gar Saxon should be up in B, but we're trying to like compare these within each other a little bit to not have everything just end up in B because that's the easy place to put everything.
Yeah.
So I was going to put her at the top of C and I still have Gar in B is where my mind.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. What about Flockton? What are you thinking?
I just don't know yet. I think I just need to play this deck to know. I think the safe thing right now is to put her in C. But I think with all the Mandalorians out, that you can basically make an entire Mandalorian deck, so you don't have to ever worry about the ability ever getting off. I'm
All
not
right,
too
maybe
worried about that.
we'll swap her and Gar for now. I guess I'll break the tie and say we'll swap her and Gar.
My issue is that there's not really good closers for anything with like Mandalorian traits.
Fair.
You have really good like 2 to 4, 2 to 5-ish
And-
maybe.
And there is another issue that's going to come in with the fact that the next hero stomps all over her toes.
Yes, yeah.
That's true.
Why would you play
That's
it?
true.
Do you want to switch Gar Saxon and Ray?
No, I'm actually fine with where it's at now.
Oh, because I thought originally we had Gar
I
Saxon.
know
at the
I
end.
originally was, but now I'm fine with it.
I'm not that high on Gar Saxon. I'll be honest with you. But yeah, it's fine.
All right, put it back.
No. Leave it.
No.
Leave it. It's fine.
You and Flock agreed. We're trying to do like, I know there's 4 of us, but I'll try to go with the first 3 opinions unless I think they're egregious. All right, on the next one.
This is easy.
I was gonna say. Does
Super
anybody
easy.
disagree?
Slap him up top,
Either
baby.
me-
Slap him way up top.
He
Average card.
if we were comparing them within leaders, with the set 1 leaders, maybe he doesn't hit S. But just in the scope of set 2 leaders, he is the S tier leader.
We're a little biased
He-
though.
He might be the only S tier this set.
Yeah, I gotta get rid of my old Han. I gotta get the new Han showcase, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to play with you anymore. You're broken.
he's definitely like, even if we're looking at him in totality of the game, he's going to be a new good archetype for like red hero, where they're not just gonna have to play like aggro style.
Yeah, like we talked
'Cause he-
about in the spoilers, like
Yeah,
as soon as you get above
he
those
does
6
really
above.
well with bigger units. Like it's kind of like, I could get some stuff out early, but a lot of stuff doesn't trade its stats all that well, and unless you're playing a bunch of Wookiees, like he is the leader of the Wookiee deck at the moment. With grit and things like that. But with bigger things, you're like getting those things out early, then the 2 damage doesn't matter.
Agreed. All right, next up we got Cad
Cad
Bane. I think he's really good. I personally cooled on him a little bit, but that's only because the deck that I was playing with him, I didn't feel like updating because we record physical proxy printouts. And part of me wanted to swap to mono yellow and just jam all the insane yellow villain cards that we've gotten. So it was like the last time I played with him, he still didn't have I still didn't include Forlom or Zuckuss in there yet, and like the other 3-drop Toro in there. But I mean, he, I know 2 is not good, but he has the Ray 2, and Relentless Pursuit is like the best capture card with bounty hunters, and having that on him, I think he's just nuts.
So what are you thinking there, bud?
I want to go A, but I think he's
I think
the bottom.
behind Kylo. Yeah.
I think is where I'm sitting with him. And he's also going to
if-
suffer like the set, like you said.
Yes,
Scott
if we're
Ring set.
only talking about him in set 2, I can kind of leave him there. But then if we talk about him within the scope of the game, why are you not playing Boba Fett?
Right.
Yep.
Agreed.
I'm fine with him there. I'm fine-ish with him there. I may argue later that he should be below.
Flock, how'd you feel about Cad?
I'm fine with it. I like Cad Bane a lot. I think he's really. I want to play him. I want to showcase Cad Bane.
Yeah, that showcase does look good too.
Yep.
All right, next up we got Dr. Afra.
D.
D.
Top D.
Bottom is C because D's so fucking bad. Sorry.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
She's just so. She has no support. Nothing works with her. She's just
Yeah,
as bad as
but
Finn.
But I'd rather have the play of a 5/5 and then also at least turns on a card advantage, and I can main deck 3 restocks and not have to find niche scenarios for it. I can just start adding stuff back to hand after she flips and is dead. Like endgame, you can really start to like pick what's in your hand.
I can concede bottom of C, but she is very disappointing in my opinion. Like I think that once the art dropped for this set and people were like, Dr. Afra, and then they released her, everyone was like, oh,
Dr. Afra.
Dr. Afra.
The frustrating thing is that it's not like her abilities necessarily bad, right? The idea of making your graveyard a resource in a game like this can be good.
Yeah.
But like everybody's like, oh, just wait. Like I bet BT discards cards and 000 can ping damage when cards are discarded from your deck.
Yeah,
and
it's kind of
neither
like
of them
if
are
you,
in the game. It's insane.
if you look at it from like the Destiny standpoint, like she was a good hero because she also had those things.
Yep.
And now it's like, well, her sidekicks are not here, so why?
And knowing the next set's theme, what's the Twilight Republic is the name, right?
You might, they could be in that. She hunts for things.
But I just like I'm thinking
Yeah,
about set
you could
one.
see it where she doesn't exist.
Yeah, because it would almost like the two droids would have to be in Yellow Villain, essentially, like to pair with her, or you are then pigeoning her into a certain color. And it's like, are both of them really going to take up 2 slots in Yellow Villain in a set themed about the Republic? Like,
Not about that. Yeah,
so
that's fair. She just, I don't think she belongs in D with Hunter and Finn.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right.
I'm biased.
So are we gonna make another thing and make them F and then put Afra in D?
Yeah, just make a whole new tier for
Make a
Hunter.
whole
tier.
new tier for this.
Add
Yeah.
a tier. Not
Finn
quite,
tier.
not quite as bad, but still
Not
bad.
applicable.
Yeah.
Can I even do that from here? I don't know if
No,
I can.
no, don't worry about
I guess I could add it. All right, next up we got Fennec.
Flockton.
I liked her a lot, but I just played her and I had fun. Gonna be interesting. Ambush is just very good keyword, as we learned with ECL. It's very good. So
Restricted to tiny things.
I still think it's gonna be B tier, potentially bottom of B tier, even C. Just because I don't know.
Above Afra.
Just above Afra.
I think she's just above Afra.
Man, I can't wait to prove you all wrong. I can't wait to prove
There's
you guys
your
wrong.
mission, Flock. Because I was gonna say, I think
That's
like
my mission.
maybe I could put her above Gideon, but like
All right, I can put her above Gideon. That's fine.
that's
Yeah,
where my mind was
yeah.
going.
That's my
That's fine.
mission.
Where were you at?
All
Brian?
right.
I was
His
gonna say-
mission is to get Fennec Shand into B tier. He's not trying to light up the world with her. He's just trying to
Oh,
get her
no.
into B tier.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that at first glance her ability seems interesting. Paying 1 for it kind of is rough, and then once she flips, she's as good as dead anyway. So
Yeah.
I mean, the saboteur doesn't even matter because you're 4/4. No, thank you. No, thank you. She's very bad. I think that yellow, for the most part, this set, leader wise, is like meh.
Meh.
Got 2 more. I think these are the 2 good. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I thought Cad was good, but the next 2
I
ones,
think Cad and Mandalorian are great. I don't like the rest of them though.
Well, let's get into them. Next up, we got Lando. Lando is very interesting. 4 cost, comes out of 4 as a 2/5, and you can play a card using Smuggle. It costs 2 less, but then you defeat a resource you own and control. So you can't like steal. There's some things that we've seen about that, but I mean, his big power play, right, is playing the Falcon, the new Falcon on 4 on his flip turn. I think that's pretty good. I mean, him making Hotshot Blaster cost 1. Post that. It's just he's very, very weird.
Now the downside is he has access to one of the premier hero cards, but it conflicts with his premier play.
What, the Falcon? Or was
And yet, I just like. No, I'm thinking of something different. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm burnt.
I want to put him like. My vote would be top of C, but I also know that I'm very looking forward to him.
I was gonna say bottom of B. Actually, I think he's better than Bo-Katan, but worse than Gar Saxon. I also don't. I still am conflicted about Gar Saxon, actually. So, I think bottom of B personally.
I would rate him above Gar Saxon.
Ooh, man, I was downplaying him. What did you think, Flock?
Ooh. I don't like him at all.
All right, so he's below Gar
Yeah.
Saxon.
I'm not a fan of him. I just feel like it's too cute.
So, Flock, top of C or bottom of B?
Me, it's why do I have to make the choice?
You don't. We're just trying to get your opinion here.
Well, it's all uneven. I'd rather him B so it's all even lines and stuff.
All right.
That's a very good
Well,
reason
see, I
to
was-
rank someone right there.
Yeah, welcome to Flock.
I don't. I think he's here because the lines match up that way. I think that's fine.
Guess where the next one's going, or I'm putting the next one.
An A tier? Oh my gosh, no shot. No shot. Yeah, and then we finish with Mandalorian.
I don't know where he's at. Truthfully, I'm really not sure.
He seems like pretty good, and he has some like good plays of like snapshot reflexes and exhausting, Mandalorian's rifle and exhausting and capturing. I mean, I think he's better than several of these B tier ones. Like, I feel like upper B, like above Boba, above Boushh.
I'd put him top of B.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't even like. He could be A, but maybe.
Yeah, he's another one that like I haven't really played with yet, or like played against, or like really seen people play either.
He is significantly better of the starter heroes.
Oh yeah,
you got to put him in A because Flock's gonna get upset.
No, I'm keeping him.
We're
keep
close
him
to
B.
putting him. We don't have top of B. Why not just bump him up one more bottom A?
I don't.
At this
I don't
point, it's for
think he's-
principle.
No, I don't think he's better than Cad Bane though.
That's
And
just
I
a bottom.
I don't think he's even. No, I think he's right where he belongs. Actually,
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Is there anybody that needs to be like shuffled around?
No, I mean I think this does look pretty good. A lot of the B tiers like questionable, like can definitely go up, but they're just like either too fair, like a little bit too narrow. Where the ones above it are a little more flexible.
Ray being too narrow, Boba Fett, Gar being too fair, Lando maybe being like a little just a little narrow in his ideal plays.
Yeah. Not
narrow in what he can play or what he like could play into. Like he's obviously a little bit of an aggro hero, just because he comes out at 4. I'm pretty comfortable with this. It is the D tier. It's like Afra should probably be in D tier, and those two should probably be in the
a tier of their own.
F. Yeah.
At F, yeah. Do we think that? I'm just revisiting A tier again. I almost feel like Jabba goes below Kylo Ren.
I
don't
would
know.
not argue against that too strongly.
I think they're interchangeable. Truthfully, I don't know. I think that makes more sense.
I think I'll put Jabba below Kylo because I think Kylo opens up a more interesting style of play than Jabba does, which Jabba's just he's going to be a good control hero, but he's a control leader. He's a control leader, whereas Kylo is like an aggro leader, but does it in a unique way.
Yeah,
burning through his hands rather than like say like a. I mean, we really haven't had like a red aggro leader unless you like count a red villain leader, unless you count Grand Inquisitor. But I think Kylo. Yeah, that's fair. I think Kylo lives in a better bubble.
I think this looks better to me.
Yeah. Well, next time we do it, we're gonna have to see how Flock does with Fennec. We'll see if I can push Lando up further in B. But yeah, no, I mean, I kind of dig this, right? Like you said, it's a few stipulations always of just like some question marks of seeing how things play out. But I mean, this is purely looking at these leaders compared to each other. I'm pretty happy with this.
Mm-hmm. I think there is like a pretty big gap between say like Bo-Katan and Hondo and Fennec, like that split in C. I think that is like a very noticeable one. So like if we were to have a D and an F tier, I think Fennec would be like top of the D tier with Gideon and Afra following behind, and then the other two would be in the trash.
You're breaking Flock's heart.
I'm fine.
I'm just giving him an easy. I'm just giving him further to climb.
I'll see you in 3 months. Don't worry.
I'm just giving him further to climb.
Gen Con Flock. Let's
let's go.
Because that'll be before Showdown. Showdowns will start in August.
Yep.
All right. All right. Well, we did back-to-back videos, so we recorded for like 2 hours. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.
As always, appreciate y'all tuning in, watching. Give us your feedback and who you're excited to play, who you think will be good. Tell us where we're right. Tell us where we're wrong. There's probably a lot more to the last one than any of the other ones, but we're excited to hear it. What? top
Except me.
news.
Yes, except me. I'm not wrong.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Thanks.
But yeah, always appreciate you tuning in. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Be doing pre-release stuff. FFG sent us a box of goodies that we'll be able to open up and show the world. Maybe some packs, rumored. But yeah, appreciate y'all watching, and catch y'all next time.